everyone. Welcome back, they say. Hooray, it's Thursday. I'm here. I'm late. I'm going to have to change times. I've come to that conclusion and have to do things a little bit differently, but I'll work it out over time. I had a massive holiday, 2 weeks, and it was amazing. So I thought I'd come back and we'd have a play with this month's Stamp Club card. So I've got Quiet Meadow happening here for you at the moment, and I thought, well, let's have a play. So I'm going to turn this around and we'll get started. Too noisy. So this month's Stamp Club, I'm playing with Quiet Meadow. For $50, everyone that joins Stamps Club will get the Quiet Meadow stamp set. They'll also get the supplies that they'll need to make 6 cards, 3 designs, 2 of each card. It's $50 to join. Anyone can join, but I'm taking sign-ups, and I think I have to put until the 10th of this month. Hi Vicky, how you going? So I pulled out the stamps that I want to play with. I may end up pulling this little baby out as well, but I'm not sure. You'll notice there's this beautiful big flower, but there's nothing to cut out of that pretty flower. I am going to use this one today. I'm going to make a thinking of you stamp. I'm a bit late. There they go again. I'm a bit late because I've been visiting my auntie in hospital, so it was a bit of a drive. So I thought, and then I wasn't ready. And you know, I can't find stuff. I think while I've been away, it's just been disappearing. Does anyone have tables like that? You know, you think you know where things are, and then all of a sudden they're gone. Okay, so I don't need these ones, the rest of them. I just want those two. I'm going to have to fussy cut this flower out myself because I'm actually going to use that one. I'm going to have to come up with different times when there's nobody around. No children, and then the animals are quiet as well. I did pull this one out. It's actually my favourite of the stamp set, but I'm thinking I might not end up using it today, but we'll never know. We'll see. I might use it on the M side or the envelope because I'm planning on using this baby. Okay, so in here I've got some cardstock, got some Old Olive. Old Olive is actually my favourite colour, or one of my favourite colours. It just depends on what day it is and what I'm making at the time. Alright, so this one here is an Old Olive background. I've got a Night of Navy, but I don't think that's going to work for me for what I'm thinking about doing. I'm actually thinking I wouldn't mind some tone on tone. So I do have another Old Olive piece here. But I've been ferreting around the internet, had a look around, so decided I could see what I could see, and hi Anne, how you going? And decided that I'm not sure what I want to make, so I'll just have a play. I've got Stamps Club coming up, so this isn't going to be one of their cards. They'll get 3 other cards, so this is an extra idea. Hi Elizabeth. It's good to see everybody popping in. It's nice to be back, I will admit. It's also nice to travel. Had an amazing time. If you're watching online, you would have seen a whole heap of my photos come up and whatnot. So that's tone on. That's the same colour. I've just made it 2 of them essentially. But I am going to pop. I love this stamp. I am going to put some speckles on it, and then I'm umming and ahhing. I pulled over Pretty Flowers. I think I will actually, yeah, I know I will. Let's do, I'm thinking out loud here. Anyone else ever do that? Okay. Look, I can't find heaps of things, but I can find some stuff. So I'll put that stamp pad aside. I can't lose those. So stamp set, this baby. I love these words, but I just want to put speckles around. There doesn't have to be any rhyme nor reason. They're just aging my piece of paper. Okay? And then I am thinking that I brought a cleaner over, so I'll use it. I will, I'm going to be doing some fussing cutting. I've brought over polished pink and I've brought over rich raspberry. And there they go again. Okay, so I've got my piece background. So that makes it that little bit different to this piece now. And it just gives another dimension in. Where's my magnetic bowl? I know, it's on the table. I've lost heaps of stuff. I had to drag out one of my old, like, Winker Stellas, because do you think I can find the new one? I have a, oh, look, here it is beside me. I was going to accuse a child of taking it. I'm glad I didn't. Magnetic bowl is on the table. So, but, you know, them's yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, so I know I want this, and I'm thinking, because I've got heaps of stuff on this table. I haven't cleaned it. Look, if I just tilt you to the sideways, look, see this messy bit over here? Look at that. You know, like, you know, as you do. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only table that looks this bad. So we rushed out, like, well, I wasn't ready to go when we packing everything and going and getting ready and getting sorted. I'm going to cut. I was going to do it in white, but I'm not going to. I'm going to cut it in that because it's a Sahara sand colour, and I know it's pretty on the other side, but that's all right. This I'm going to cut in white. So I might do that first, just while I can. Okay. Oh, excuse my muscles making funny noises. Okay. I should have stamped first, but you know what? I'm feeling braise. I've got some scraps here over the side here. I'm just going to see what. Oh, I don't know if anyone else keeps theirs like that. I know it all folds up, but look how flat they are. All right. So that's how I store them. Whoops. That's how I store them, so that they stay flat, and I don't seem to have as many problems with them. I just want a piece of white. I don't have as many problems with them bowing and whatnot if I store them like that. I mean, the bow always comes back, but okay. I need to get me a couple more magnetic bowls. I've got a couple of team members that want them. All right. Okay, so we'll see how good I can stamp that and see if I can stamp it straight. Otherwise, I'll have to cut it again. But I have this. I actually want 2 of these. And since I never shove anything through straight, same goes. So it's just gone through on a slight angle. I'll have that. It's my dear daughter's 18th birthday today, my youngest one's. So after I've made cards, I get to make cookies. She got a thing at school. They're raising money for their formal photos or something. But, hi Sharon, how you going? All right. So I have 2 of those. Probably should do 3. I'll do the 3rd one just in case. And then you watch, I'll only use 2. But that's all right. Okay. And that's 3. Oh, that one was a bit dodgy actually. But that's right, I can make that work. Doesn't matter that it's a bit dodgy. See, so I always store it, like they get a bit bowed, but when I'm not using it, it just sits on my table because I used to have my old one in a drawer and it fit in the drawer perfectly, but this is too high. So I have a tendency not to fold it up, even though you can. And because I don't fold it up, it doesn't really matter. So I can use silver, or I can use that sand side. Okay, I'll probably only end up using two because yeah, I did that one dodgy. Then I have a piece of basic white here somewhere, some little scraps, and shall we go with, let's go with polished pink. Oh, it's got something on it. So I just grabbed some colours. I've been at the hospital visiting my auntie this morning, and it was a bit of a hike getting home. I might end up using raspberry. The traffic, oh my gosh, heaps of traffic. Need to get that. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't need to be on there. Okay, and I'll do 3 just because, okay. Alright, so this is just plain basic white. When you join it with either a blender pen, this is a blender pen, get them in a set. I think it's 3 in a set if I remember correctly. Don't remember anything at the moment, it's still a bit sleep deprived. And this is Wink Stella. Wink Stella's beautiful, but you can use Wink Stella a bit like a blender pen. It will drag some of that ink around, especially while the ink is sort of wet. Alright, so you can sort of smudge it a bit. You can add extra ink, but essentially I'm just dragging it around a little bit because I just want to smoosh it. Is that a nice word? I just want a little bit of colour. I'm just taking up the colour from the centre and dragging it out. And I'm using my Wink Stella to do so. Just gives those petals, stops them from being such a stark white colour. And then I'm going to fussy cut them out. Okay, what I will do is, just because I can, and I brought the ink pad over, so I'm just going to add a little bit of rich raspberry. I think I've still got some Merlot on a block here. I could have used it, but I just wanted to add it to make it a little bit darker in there. The other colour that will really good in there would probably be United Navy. Okay. So you can barely see it, but it's just changed it that slightly little bit, just to give it a little bit of colour. If you want to add more, you can squeeze your stamp pad harder, and you can get a little bit more. And then you can actually add a little bit more colour. Alright. But the choice is up to you. So you can use the Wink Stella pen, or you can use the blending brush. Depending on what I'm doing, depends on what I want to, which marker I use as such, if we want to call it a marker. Okay. But I just wanted to more or less take away the stark whiteness colour. Oh, got a bit heavy-handed there. And this doesn't trash our basic white colour like our water would if we were using water. All right. These are all dried, so these are going to need colour from here. I'm touching it to the paper on my scrap paper first because I don't want it to be, see how that one's actually quite dark, that petal? I didn't want it to be that dark. But looks like this flower's going to be a little bit darker than everybody else. A bit like my youngest just came in with a bunch of flowers, some camellias, I don't know where they came from, but really pretty coloured camellias, and they're all different colours of pink. Oh, nearly ended up recolouring that one. I get a bit of, I don't know about you guys, but I get a little bit of, I feel nice colouring in. So did you all miss me while I was away? Anyone got any questions about the trip? It was amazing. I could talk about it for ages. Next year's Vegas, and I'm thinking that I need to go back again. So what I might do is hit you all up. I need some team members to be able to get me there. Okay? If anyone's thinking about joining Stampin' Up, no time like the present. $169 for the kit. You can buy anything, you can get anything you want that's available through Stampin' Up in your kit. You can get some of the new coordinating dies range that are out with some of our newer stamp sets. You can get bundles. You could get a cut and emboss machine and maybe a embossing folder or something else like that. So $235 worth of product for your $169. And because your cut and emboss, do you think they need Night of Navy in the middle? Let's see what sand looks like. I had to think about that, but I'm going to do it with the blending pen. Mainly because I can, and they don't necessarily need to sparkle. So yes, I need some new team members. I need some more team members. I'd love some more team members. We've got some amazing things happening in Stamping Up, and I know I don't like that. So that one's going to sit underneath. I didn't bring over any yellows or anything like that, so this is going to have to work. That one's the underneath one. So now we're going to cut these out. We've got to be part of a street parade. There is a very short video on here somewhere of that. I know you'll probably all sound asleep when I did it, but I knew it would be there when you woke up. It was amazing. They don't do anything by half. We were all in the hall there for the after party, and we'd been given a parasol, a feather boa and a mask. And then the marching band came in with batons, swirling kit, like girls as well, dancing. There was amazing costumes, and we literally followed the band. We followed the band down the escalators, out onto the street, which was blocked. They had 4 streets blocked for us. We had been given beads, which we could hand out as we went along, which we did. And we were given, and we had a bottle of water as well to take with us. So anyone that couldn't walk, they'd organised a man with a bicycle, a 3-wheel bicycle with the option so you could get on the back and get driven around, so nobody missed out, which I thought was really cool. And we all got to be a part of a parade, which was amazing. Handed out all the beads as we went along. I had heaps of beads around my neck, and they weren't going to be weight in my bag for coming home. I did bring quite a few home, but I brought them home for my team members and stuff, so they'll all get a little piece of New Orleans. But the beads, it's just the way that they do the parades is you just hand things out as you go. So it's a lot of fun. Tony and I had already been to see Mardi Gras World, which is where they actually build floats. They build 500 floats a year, and they are huge. Like, think semi-trailer dragging a massive, like the normal dog truck, like the normal big truck, so you would normally get your Woolies groceries in type thing, delivered to the stores. Well, think that size semi-trailer, but it was a float instead. And everything that goes on it is also very huge. Okie dokie. And last one, because I really don't like that brown petal there. I don't like that brown innard. It's not, I don't think it's either not going to go on it, or This would look really nice with blends. Or color, like, so if you had the black outline, it'd look nice all coloured in with blends, I reckon. Oh, how nice would it look in orange? In a really, like the pumpkin pie with another, yeah, that'd look really nice, like a burnt orangey colour with some Merlot on the sides as some highlights or something. Yeah, that'd look nice. All right. And all right. How much easier is it when there's a die? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to pop Thinking of You on here. It's going to go on here. Let's see if I can get it right. Get it straight. I've got some Mossy Meadow. All right, it's fairly straight on the stamp pad. Just want to make sure it's really, really wet. Okay. Everyone got everything crossed for me? Got a little bit of colour on the top. I'll stick a bling there. Okay. So, which one do I like the best? I think this one. Oops, I just got green fingers. I don't have my scissors, but I've cut this in a funny way. Okay. I think I like this one the best. Okay. So she's going to sit on top and put some dimensionals under the back of that one. I know, it doesn't need 3. Could have got away with 1. Okay. So that one's going to sit on top. We'll probably only see a little tiny bit of that one. And that one we'll see the full of. Yep. Thinking that's going to look pretty good. Now, I will need that little square, that little tiny baby. Where is she? Here she is. Look at the size of that. Isn't that a cutie? Might just use the end of this one to hold her. Okay, so let's see. Let's do some rich raspberry. I think this will look good. Now, because I'm going to stick those flowers there, I just want to see how this looks. Yep. That's a winner chicken dinner. Okay. So, I'll put you there. You there. That one there. That one's going to sit on top. Where else? I'm thinking about where else I need flower. I need some more of those little flowers. Because I'm going to emboss that and I want to stamp it first. So I'll do some little clusters of 3. and then we'll work around them, hey? What do you think? Okay. So I'll bring back in my cut and emboss machine. Move everything out of my way.
I live at cute Nanny's house.
And okay, here comes the cut and emboss machine. All right. What's she up to? I think she's up to no good. But we'll see. Okay. So this is an embossing folder. It's not a 3D embossing folder. So I need my 2 clear pads and my big white bottom one. And this is actually directional as far as I'm concerned. So I want this piece in that way because I want to see it like that. So spine in. Okay, send it through the machine. A little bit firm, but goes through beautifully, and I can tell that I'm going to end up with a nice image on it. Okay, so I'll just put that one over there, and it just gives me an extra. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but we'll see. Okay, so it just gives me another layer. I don't know that those little flowers really work now. The dark dots do, but I don't know that little flowers do. But you know what? You can't pull them off when you put them on there, can you? Once you've stamped them on. But there is stuff that I can do. Okay. So that's going to glue down like that, and you're going to glue sitting on there. And somewhere on the table is my thinking of you, which is going to go under there. It's like a party when it's not 3, so I'm thinking I might just do, see how those are the bodgy ones? Let's cut them off. And we'll make this one just a wee bit shorter. Okay. Yep.
This is supposed to.
And yes, the silver ones are really pretty, but how is that? Okay, now I do have some ribbon. And I do have some twine. I bought over polished pink, but I don't think it's going to work. So we won't be using that. And I think that's going to turn out pretty okay. What do you reckon? Right, so let's... That doesn't work. This is soft sea foam, but I'm actually looking at it thinking it brings out that colour of the old olive very nicely, doesn't it? So I am going to use that. I had other plans, like, you know, I've got some twine, might still use it, but I've got some twine and I've got a few other things here, but let's just use this one for now. All right. So I like to tape things down at the back. Okay. I don't pull it very tight because of what because of the way I tie my bows. Everyone laughs at me, but I like doing bows on stuff. My girls, quite a few of my ladies that come to my classes are not a fan of bows. Actually, I think the words are, oh, not a bow. Oh, bit crooked. Was it ever? Okay. Bit crooked. that's fine. We'll just move it down a bit. It's not crooked anymore. Okay, so I'm going to stick these on. I always hold my glue up off my table. You can put it on a silica mat and squiggle it, but I have a tendency to hold my glue up off the table because I don't want a lot on it. I'm not going to stick down the ends. I'm going to stick down this bit in the middle more than the ends. This is a relatively new glue, but I didn't want to squeeze too hard because this glue goes everywhere. Alright, so we'll put one over there hiding those flowers. This one's going to go there, and this short one can go on the other side. Oopsie. Yeah. And we'll put some more on this one. Okay. So, if anyone is interested in joining my Stamps Club, we're using this set. It's called Quiet Meadow. It's a pretty set. There's heaps of things on Pinterest that you can do with it, because I had a bit of a sticky before I started, and I quite frequently do that. That's one thing. All my with my ladies, if they're sitting on the shelf or sitting on the fence about a stamp set, I'll often say go on Pinterest and have a look and see if there's, I don't know, 10 things that you can do with it. See if there's 10 things that you like that you can do with that stamp set. If there's 10 things that you want to, we call it case, copy and selectively edit, copy and share everything. Depends on what you're using it for. But what you'll find is if you can find 10 things that you want to make, use the tools, you've got tools. If you can find 10 things that you want to make with it, then you know that you've picked a good stamp set for you. Okay? That's usually the way that I like to roll with it. Okay. Pop that there like so. Now, ugly one with the ugly center is going to go over there. This one is going to go here. Just need that one to cover up that petal. Knock that little cluster of flowers there. Not too concerned about those ones because I can hide it there like that. Whoopsie. If I so desire. So what I'm going to do here, because I was going to put that up the top, wasn't I? Am I the only one that ends up with this procrastination thing happening? Oh, I like that. I think I'll go with that. Okay, yep. So you're going to go down here like this. You're actually going to have blue. Oh. You're going to have some dimensionals because the sentiments are important. All right. And no, navy does look good in the middle, doesn't it? And you're going to go there like so. And sit you there, because then I can sit you up there. chop a bit of it off. Glue, I want glue. Before I push it down too much. Yeah, because it's going to sit underneath there. And so are you. And then that one there is going to sit like so over that ugly bit. Okay. I still want to use a bit of this. What do you reckon? Oh, are you? Well, Vicky said she's using this card right now. All right, so I wonder what they're up to. Sharon was as well? Ooh. Okay. I'm actually thinking that this needs some of this anyway. So let's give it a loop of 3 loops. It just brings out this little part, this bit here. Okay. Three, now let's do 4. Yeah, don't like that. What do you reckon? Don't like that? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Okay. I just want some fibre on there that's not just this fibre. Cut it in half, okay. Looks weird. Ah, yes. Watching tennis, you're right, you were wasting the day, Chris. So, I'm not a tennis fan. But that's all right. So, sounds like my dear husband's home. He enjoyed the trip as well. He came with me as a supporting demonstrator. He supports what I do. And he had a really good time. So, and he doesn't realise I'm still doing a video. So, you'll hear him making funny noises and carrying on with the puppies. But, yeah, that's all right. Maybe I'll slip it under here. And we'll tie a knot under there. And, okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Hi Glenda, how you going? It's good to be home. I'm still really tired. You may hear it in my voice a bit. I had a nice big nap the other day. I went for a nap and 3:30 in the afternoon and woke up at 5 o'clock the next morning. It was lovely. Obviously needed it. So that's what we're doing. Okay. I do like that. Okay, now let's stick this baby on. Stick you down a bit more. I think it needs some bling. What do you reckon? How many votes for bling? Yeah? How many votes for bling? So let me see. I'm a bling fan. I know my Arnie's a bling fan. I know that Chris likes a bit of bling. I know my husband's noisy. All right, I'll pop that there. And I've just got some basic rhinestones. I haven't done the inside, I haven't done the envelope. That's alright, we're getting there. It's turned out rather pretty, I reckon. Now, remember how I put one there because I did that dodgy bit and just covered it up perfectly. I'll put another one there. Yeah, I reckon bling is always good. A couple of votes for bling. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't have 4. We need 5. And there's 5. All right. Okay, so they're just your basic rhinestones. You can colour them with your markers, with your alcohol markers. Don't need to leave them the plain colour. Somewhere on my table I have got a piece of basic white and I've got an envelope. So, a piece of basic white for my innard and an envelope. And let's have on our envelope, I'm actually thinking, oops, that we might go with this one here. Yeah, gotta love bling. Okay. On the envelope. Actually, you know what? I think that would look really pretty on the inside as well. And then colouring those flowers. What do you reckon? Let's do that. Okay. But I'm going to stamp it off. And then if I don't like it, I'll just turn the piece over. Because there's 2 sides to every piece of cardstock. Right? Probably not dark enough. But where did the blender pen go? Now, I had this actually stored up the wrong way and it's got other colour on it from a previous project. See how it just brings in that colour just a little bit more? It just makes it makes it subtle, but it leaves all of the lines that you've had. And then if we wanted to, we can add, actually, what did I have? This has still got some ink on it from before. Clean the blender pen off. Pick up some ink from here, just to colour my petals. Got to move fast when you're doing it with this, because it will move that old olive ink that's there as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But you can just go around and pluck off all of the ink. From the leftovers from the where you've shoved the ink in your ink pad. Then you don't have to have your ink pad sitting there open. See? And you can just give it a little bit of colour. If you don't have enough ink on your block or on your stamp, you can just get some more the same way that we got it for the other ones. Okay. How is that looking? Thought I had a bit more ink on here. And that one there. Quite soft little, pretty little petals. Okay. Put a little bit on the tips of those, because they're going to end up being those flowers. And how does that look? That's pretty. Okay, so, right, I do love this set as well. It's a pretty set. It's got lots of it's very versatile. It's very, very versatile. I can't even string two words together. All right, a little bit of adhesive. It's funny, I always say less is best. You just want to make it stay stuck. These two, cardstock to cardstock, if you're using this, it's not going anywhere. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, but you've got a little bit of an opportunity to move stuff. But once it's stuck, it's stuck. And there you have it. So there's another way for you to use Quiet Meadow. I did add the embossing folder that was pretty flowers to it. So for those people that are doing my stamps club, I bet you're loving my inability to string two words together. I'm still so tired, but that's it. It'll come good. So this is my stamps club for the month. The way my stamps club work is anybody can join it. It's $50. You get the stamp set and you get the kit. I'm running it in person. I also run it. I've got a private Facebook group for it. The people that join the private Facebook group will see the videos. One of the advantages of it, they can see all the previous videos as well. And from the 1st to the 10th, I'm taking the orders for people that want to join the Stamps Club. From the 10th to I'll be sort of finalising all of my orders by the 14th and getting prepared. I'll put the order in on the 14th, so you've got a little bit of a grey area there where you might be able to get in. And then I'll be cutting everything up. So and preparing all the kits. So for Stamps Club, it's $50. You get the stamp set, you get the kit, which gets you to make 6 cards. You get a video of how to make them if you're doing it online, or you can do it in person. Those people that are doing it in person they're coming on the weekend of the 17th and 18th. Card kits online will be mailed out the following week. Okay, usually around the 20th they're mailed out. And the video goes live on the last day of the month. Okay, so like I said, anyone's willing to join, welcome to join if that's what you'd like to do. I think that I'm going to have to call it quits for today because I'm getting a bit tired. So I look forward to seeing you all next week. And this is Quiet Meadow. It's one of those lovely stamp sets that I think should be part of everybody's collection, because that's what it is essentially, isn't it? It's a collection. Alrighty, and I'm going to catch you all next week. Oh, hello Donna, you just came in right at the last minute. And this is my stamp set for my stamping month. And I can't string 2 words together